Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Sternenstaub Podcast. My name is Liesa. I am a knitter, of course, mom, student, children's nurse, and the dyer behind Sternenstaub Wolle. I am coming to you from Germany, the countryside somewhere between Mainz, Trier, and Koblenz. It's lovely to have you here with me. If this is your first time watching, go back one episode and watch my first helpless try to record a podcast and get this all started. And then come back and watch my second episode if you like the first one. To everybody who's actually coming back, thank you so much for coming back and spending your time with me. Thanks for all the lovely comments I got on YouTube. Thanks for everybody who stopped by at Das Bunte Schaf or the Westerwälder Wollfest, which I attended last weekend on the 6th and 7th of October. We've got Monday now, Monday morning actually. The little one is already in kindergarten, and I thought let's take the time and record my second episode. Alright, we've been away for like 10 or 11 days, almost 2 weeks, to the Allgäu, and had a beautiful vacation, great weather. It was all sunny and warm like it is usually in summer. If you spend your autumn or your vacation in autumn in Germany, you always have in mind that it could be very, very rainy and cold, but it was great. We spent our time on a little farm, and Clara, my daughter, who is getting 5 in January, did enjoy it so much. It was like a dream vacation for everyone who is a parent. We opened the door in the morning, and she just ran out in her boots and some jacket, her PGs still underneath at all, and said good morning to the bunnies, the guinea pigs, the cows, the sheep, the ducks, everything. Jumped on the, I don't know what you call it in English, trampoline, and bounced up and down and was all good and happy. So I got some knitting time, a relaxed time, drinking my coffee in the morning, and a really, really slow start to the day, which was absolutely fabulous. As you know, I am a student too. University started last Friday. We just had, I had to be there in the afternoon, and it was really warm and all exciting, and studying full time is definitely something else than just spending a week or so per month at university, but I love it, and I hope that my pregnancy allows me to stick to it to the midst of December. Right. Let's move on to finished objects, because, as I told you, I had a lot of knitting time and a lot of future projects from the last episode are actually FOs now. So, move on to this. Finished objects. I've got 4 FOs for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, vacation. And as you can tell from the episode title, it's all baby FOs. So let's start with FO 1 and 2. Ta-da! Little baby hats with little knots up here. Let me hold them a little closer to the camera. The yarn I used is Sternenstaub Gentle Star. It's 100% merino yarn with 310 meters and 100 grams. I've knitted them on a 3.5 millimeter Symphony Knit Pro Symphony needle with magic loop. That's my all-time favorite for little hats. I think DPNs are always very heavy and I like magic loop very much. Right, the schematics of this are adapted from the hard hat by Ebba Design, which is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I cast it on 80 stitches, did a 2x2 rib for like 8 rounds, and then striped 2 colors together every 2 rounds. I don't know how many of those I've already knit. Like every baby that surrounds us and comes to this world gets such a beautiful little baby hat as a welcome gift. Right, the colors I used are Tiefer Ozean and Einsame Insel in this one, and a solid brown and Strand in the second one. I plan on knitting one in a lighter and a darker green. So let's see, I've still got 3.5 months left if everything is going like it should. So there will sure be a third one. All the bi-colors, no pink. I'm so sorry, we are expecting a boy, as you can probably tell now. Let's move on to my second FO. It's the Flexlight by Tinker Knits. Ta-da! And it's so cute and fast. If there weren't all the ends to wave in when you choose to knit a Flexlight that is faded like this, so faded pin-sized, from Andrea Mori, because Clara, my oldest daughter, already owns 2 of those little sweaters, and I thought it would be fun if the little one got a matching one. So this is out of a fade kit by Sternenstaub Wolle. It's called Korallenriff, and the yarn is Subtle Star. This is just so soft, you just couldn't believe it. First reason for that is the yarn. It's Subtle Star, as I told you. It's a 16.5 micron merino, and it's just unbelievable soft. It almost feels like cashmere, and I've knitted this with 3.0 and 4.0 needles, and this gives such a lovely drape and squishiness, and I think that's all you need for children's or baby knits, that it's nice and soft, so they actually like to wear it. As you can tell, almost 5-year-old tells you exactly if they like it or not. And yeah, Clara always calls this her Lieblingskuschelpullover, which means like favorite cuddly warm pullover, and she really likes to wear everything that is knit out of Sternenstaub Subtle Star. So I always stick to this yarn when knitting for her, except hats, and I sometimes choose Gentle Star 2, which is a 19.5 micron merino. Yeah, just the fit is a little bit different. This is like soft and squishy, and for a hat I like it to be a little bit sturdier so it doesn't slip from the hat. Right, what else have I got to tell you about this? Yeah, the colors, as I told you, the pattern is the Flexlight by Tinker Knits, which has this beautiful garter stitch panel down the arms, and I adapted the fading instructions of Andrea Morris, so faded pin sized, and I started with Seeanemone, then Seepferdchen, the second color, let me look that up, Lagune, Great Barrier Reef, and Atoll. Yeah, what else do I need to say? I choose Flexlight because it is available in the size 0 to 3 months, and the so faded pin size by Andrea Mori is a little bit bigger, and January to March, I think it's gonna be cold enough to actually wear this little one, and I thought 0 to 6 months may be a little bit too big for the little one. I'm so happy with this one and just can't wait to wrap him up in all the cozy baby knits. Right, what else do we got? Finished object number 4. I've already knitted one of this for our boy, and as I told you, our family is expecting another baby in the next week or so. I'm very excited about this, and I actually finished my second knit 4 points baby blanket by Pearl Soho. Our son gets a beautiful green, and this time I've chosen a great blue. Let me hold it up. It's just such an easy and fast knit. Second one wasn't that fast as the first one felt, but it's just great. It's squishy and soft, and I hope the parents of the new baby like it as much as I do. It is knit out of Sternenstaub Springy DK. It's 150 gram skeins that are 230 meters and out of 100% merino with 19.5 micron merino, and it's really squishy. I knit it up with 3.75 millimeter needles. The original pattern, I also told you this in the first episode, calls for fingering weight yarn, but I like DK better for baby blankets, especially for babies, for winter babies, as this one is gonna be one, and I cast it on 104 stitches instead of 165 stitches. The pattern is available for free on the website from Pearl Soho, and I've knitted this one out of the colorways Schäfchen, which is natural wool color, chinchilla, Nilpferd, and a custom blue. But if you like to order it from the shop, the color, you can easily replace it with Tifa Ocean, which is a really great dark navy blue. So that's all my FOs for this week. I am really happy I finished the blanket in time before the baby arrived. The flex light, which turned out just beautiful, and it's so cute and so small, and I'm happy that the little one is still where it belongs. But I just can't wait to wrap him up in this one soon. And of course, once again, those little hats, aren't they cute? Green one following. So let's move on to works in progress. Works in progress. I am only gonna show you the one whip that I'm actually working on, or was working on until the last episode. I still need to finish Sawyer by Julie Hoover, the man's pullover that I gifted my darling last Christmas, and it's getting cold and autumnal, and I should really finish it, but I got distracted by all the baby knits. So heads up, I will finish it in time for episode 3. But I've knit something else mostly yesterday and the day before, because I was wending at the Westerwälder Wollfest, and all I can knit was talking to you and selling yarn is socks. So I finished the first sock, really basic sock, just a 2x2 rib, heel flap and gusset, and a basic toe. I really love the colorway. Wish I could repeat it. I will try, but this is a one-of-a-kind colorway that just happened while dyeing up all your orders. Right, so this is the first sock. I haven't even cast on the second one, but sure enough yarn left, and this is my mindless university knitting. Most of the students that are studying there are between 18 and 20, so they are always looking at me like granny. So I wish I could take something cool, trendy to university to knit on, but yeah, socks are just, perfect knitting when you are traveling, or when you need something mindless to work on. Sometimes we're watching movies or something, I even grab my knitting whilst the teacher is actually in the room, and in the breaks it also helps me to calm down a little and get too overwhelmed by all the input. So nothing cool there. This is just granny studying with almost 30 years, and never mind to tell me, what are you doing there? My grandma is knitting socks. So I guess you all know that no cool knit, just socks that will be taken to university, and hopefully the second one is getting finished soon. The pullover is something to knit at home, and I don't know if you are familiar with Brooklyn tweed patterns. They are just awesome, but they are never like on 2 pages of paper. They are on 12, 14, 70 pages of paper. So you have to set the things up. You need 3 pages of the pattern to the right, and all your needles and your coffee on the left, and then knit and really concentrate on what you are doing. And if you need to go up, get up for getting something new to drink, or if the postman is at the door, it's really, really funny, but not really mindless, and nothing that you can take to university or in the car knitting if you are on a short drive, 13 to 60 minutes. But enough rambling about this. As I told you, I was vending at the Westerwälder Wollfest, and I always tell my customers it's so great that I have to stick to my booth and earn money instead of spending it, because it's really overwhelming. I guess I think it was 20 vendors, and it can be very, very overwhelming if you are coming in there. And I totally understand that you have to go and see all the vendors first, and take your time to go through the market. Second time, have some coffee or a little break, just focus on what you're knitting, and then coming back and actually choosing which of the gorgeous yarns you want to purchase and what you want to make from it. I actually, thanks Tanya, my help at the booth on Sunday, got some time to actually look at the other yarns. And I got to tell you, I am not an indie dyer that likes to eat pizza every day. I mean, I love my yarns, but I also love, as a knitter, to go around the marketplace and touch and see all the beautiful stuff that is out there. And I was weak. But I think this is something for the next category. So let's move on to future projects, where I tell you more about this. Future projects, or acquisitions actually. I found something I couldn't resist. Really couldn't resist. I bought 3 skeins of Fiber Passion, handmade with love, cashmere silk 600, which is 20% cashmere and 80% silk yarn. It's 600 meters and with 100 grams, and it's so shiny and beautiful, and I just love the color. I think you can guess it's a really dark, gloomy navy, and that's just my thing. This color is perfect, and the yarn is so pretty and soft, and something I really like about Andrea's yarns and all her setup is the passion she does it with, and the labeling, the whole setup. It's also professional as I like it to be, and not like, there are also indie dyers out there that are like, oh, I'm dyeing in my kitchen, and I don't want to be rude, but her display and setup were just so great, and I wish her all the best, and I really like her yarns. She's more one of the dyers that dyes, I would say, silent, gloomy yarn colors, whereas I am the like colorful sheep out there, the rainbowish girl with the light colors. But for a particular project I got in my queue for like 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, this is just the perfect match. It's Spire by Laila Rabe from the Loft collection. It's a blanket, maybe a shawl. It's square, big square with lovely lace details, which is originally knit out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft, which is a tweed gun, well-known tweed gun, which I also really love. But for a shawl or blanket, I like it to be soft, and this cashmere silk mix is stunning, and I can't wait to cast it on. Nevertheless, I am like putting something hard on me. I should really finish the Soya, as I told you, and after that I will sure cast on Spire, which I will pop a picture in here now. Yeah, the colorway that I choose is dark steel. I don't know if I already mentioned this, and I just can't wait to cast it on. So those beauties are gonna be Spire. I really don't know. It's 1,460 meters that you need to finish the project. When I will be finishing this, regarding time, I've got very reduced knitting time at the moment due to university, and with a newborn, we will see how that works. Don't know what we are getting yet. Sleepy baby that likes to sleep on his own next to me, or just like here, or all the time rocking. We will see. So I don't stress myself too much when I will finish this, but this will sure take some time. It will make its appearance in the whip section of this podcast a lot, I guess. Right. So this is it for future projects. Thank you very much for stopping by a second time, and I hope the sun is out where you are. Here it is. It seems to be one of those autumnal mornings with all this fogginess, and then the sun just bursts through the fog, and I guess it's gonna be around 20 degrees now, so we are gonna spend our afternoon outside for sure, and and I just love autumn. I think every knitter does. It's really cold in the morning, so you can wrap yourself up in knitting, and gets warmer during the day. And I don't really mind it getting dark very early now, because it's just so cozy to wrap yourself up in a blanket on the sofa and take your time to knit. And the evenings are getting more calmer and cozier, and have some tea. Um, just enjoy the autumnal start, and enjoy all that's left from summer during the day. And I will see you very, very soon. I hope to get up one episode a month. That's a realistic goal, I guess, due to all my other projects. Yeah, right. And I will now move on and read like what is 400 pages of 700 pages for tomorrow's university day. And maybe I will take some time to watch Vlogtober. I really, really like Miss Lavelli's Vlogtober episodes. Very exciting, because she's expecting a baby this month too. And I think I haven't watched Amy's latest episode of the Stranded podcast, and I got great podcast recommendations at the Westerwälder Wollfest, which I would like to stick to too. So knitting and reading, that should be what I have to do and what works. But reading and watching Vlogtober or new podcasts or the latest podcast episode of Amy will be difficult. So let's see what the day brings. I hope you are having a great day, and I wish you a great time, and hope to see you in episode 3 of the Sternenstaub Podcast. Thanks for spending your time with me. Bye!